All right. So again, welcome. And if you are new to Zentangle or just new to us, would love to know in the chat. And otherwise, as everyone has already been doing, if you haven't yet and want to, say hi and where you're from and maybe how the weather is where you're at.
Either make us jealous or or feel good about what we have.
Right, exactly. So I thought today we would have fun with these two. Well, I'll start with the one that I intend to do today, and then I'll throw the other one in, so that way if you want to add it in, great. Or if not, and you want to add something else in, great. But these are grid patterns. And let's see, I was like, which is, okay, the first, Jewelz is the one we're going to do today. That's right. Okay, so let me put the links in the chat. Copy. And from the name, they came from jewelry, and she shows the jewelry on here, the pattern from this jewelry, and I was like, oh, so cute. Okay, so there's the first two. Let's just go ahead and get the second two. Jewelry, and I was trying to say it so it didn't sound like Julie, the name, but it's really hard to Jewel-y. Hard to do that. Okay, so let me share my screen. And there we go. Okay. So again, grid pattern, starting with an orb in the center, doing seeds from the orb out to the sides, or to the corners. The other one is to the sides. This one goes to the corners. And then a little straight line coming out from the orb on all four directions. And then a cluster of 3 orbs on the end. And then this is the part that I had the most trouble with, was going to get a curved line going all the way around that would end up looking like a circle. I did finally kind of get it to, thinking of it as a big circle and using hollow. If I had that in my head, it seemed like it worked better, just not on the step out. And then I have a picture of it here in a 4 square. Here is the Tangle patterns link, so that way you can see it, and then you can see a picture of the jewelry. And obviously, does it say? Oh, it was from Antiques Roadshow.
So, and it was a necklace.
Yeah. So it's just really funny. Only a proper Tangle addict would stop there, grab your phone. Let's get I need to get a picture of the TV, or I need to get a picture of the floor or this wallpaper. Well, here it is, because I think what she did with it was neat, and especially for those that were on our in the club or paid for the class that was on Tuesday, which this ain't your grandma's doily. And I was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, it looks very doily-ish.
Yeah. And it's like, but not with all of the intricacies, but as long as things are connecting, I'm like, wow, look at that. This would be, the future grandma's doily, maybe. But yeah, so here's her step out, and then again, here it is in the background, but it's nice and simple. And I was just thinking that was just a nice thing to do today. And actually, I'm looking here in this corner where she's kind of done it without a grid.
Somebody's playing with the marker again. But that's
Uh-oh. You know what? I just want to make sure that we don't have that person on.
Sorry, I was just trying to get rid of the chat window.
You're fine, Sharon. We had someone on, was it last week, that was playing, and then that was writing mean things to people, and I was like, I don't have a way to block. So
mean people. What?
Yeah. Oh no, it was like I'm guessing it was I don't know. It seemed like it was a kid, but but yeah. It's like, well, we can't have that. And I don't think there's a way I can block. And then, of course, because I put it all out there, links in places, it's makes it easy to maybe have something like that. But yeah, no, you're all fine. Okay, so that is Jewelz with the Z. Here is Jewely. And so this one, similar, but we're putting the seeds on, going from the orb to the sides of the grid. And then putting and I changed mine up from Cyndi's because she had the straight line coming next. And maybe because I think I did these out of order from the way she did them. But she had the line coming out first and then the orbs. But I wanted to make sure that the orbs were in the corner. So I flipped up the order and put the orbs first, the little cluster, and then drew a straight line from the center of the two orbs down to the center orb. And then, of course, play, add the line dot or aura. It's neat. This one is neat because when you put it all together, you end up with the little clusters. If you're doing it in a grid, which is the way it is. I want to see here. Let's look at her sample and see if she did some. No, she did these all in a grid. Because the other one would be easier to do not in a grid. This one, I mean, you could if you don't flip up the instructions the way she has it, where you're putting the line out first and then adding the little clusters afterwards. You wouldn't have to have a grid if you didn't want to. But yeah, I wanted to look at this again. So yeah, so here's in a Zendala or in a circle. And that's kind of neat how she has the boxes separated.
Yeah. And so she took the same the inspiration was from the same piece of jewelry.
Right.
She just flipped it a little. But I'm noticing on the piece of jewelry, oh, wait a minute. Oh, it has two different designs.
This is the different picture. So yeah. So she must have just zoomed in on the one or something. But yeah. So
but on this one, wait a minute. The middle one is in the picture right now.
Yeah, that's
in
this
her
one.
Step outs. She does not have those three little orbs going all the way to the edge.
Oh no, she doesn't. She has.
Yeah, but remember, guys, it's just inspired by the jewelry. It's not a copy of it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking if you. Well, never mind. I will try it and we'll see how it works.
No, tell us.
Yeah, you can have fun with it either way. And but let's see. And let's see. Did she have she did have a zoom in on this. And but this it doesn't look like there's see the orbs here look connected.
Right. They touch
the circle.
Long seed. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Like you say, it's however, it's her inspiration. That's it.
Yeah, because she could have probably just as easily without having the little the extra line there to make the circle going all the way around. It would end up being a little easier to do the three and have them connect. But that's one of those things that we can all put our take on. I kind of like having the circle, even though I have a little difficulty doing it. But yeah. So like it says, so this one, the clusters are just going out to the corners. And well, it looks like on both of them, she did a tile where it was just a single one and then did all the, did other tangles around it, which is really neat. So like that's the feature. And it's really, really, really cool. So yeah, so I share that and I did not, because I clicked off of we clicked back on the chat. I didn't see anyone that said that they were new to Zentangle. And
was that Alicia playing games? Elisa, she said she's new.
Did she?
She was just playing.
I knew. Yeah, I will do that when I've done things. It's like, and who's the first time? I had some like performances where at a church that we would regularly play at, and It's and the music director would turn around to the audience and say, "Well, this is your first time," and half of us in the orchestra raise our hands because it's funny.
Well, I don't pay attention to the last name, so that's why I wasn't sure. Okay.
All right.
Oh, yours it went brilliant white for a minute. Are you using a white tile?
This is a white tile.
Okay,
Yeah,
because it looks gray to me, but I don't know
Oh,
how it
okay.
looks to anyone.
Well,
And that's okay.
yeah. No, it's white. It's as I said, the light that I have is it's
I'm going to
frustrating.
use the blue gray one. It
Are you?
looks differenter enough than yours.
Oh, well, and let's see. I think I'm gonna expand my brain here, and yeah. Well, and not that my camera will pick it up. So new-ish. You guys are so funny. All right. So being that it's a grid, do I? So yeah, the question: do I? Oh, but no, I'm not gonna go do that. Okay. I was like, oh, I could do that ruffle thing. Just like, no, we're not looking at that tangle today. If I had, although I could. No, I'm gonna finish what I was doing. That and I was as I was talking, I was piling up my scattering of tiles, and so now they're all, they're all over the place. Yeah, I'm thinking, and because because my brain is going flowery, and I'm switching pens. I'm going to use green for my grid, and I'm going to go. I'm going to do a. Gosh, I'm so tempted because I like doing my squiggly. Oh, I know. I could do, okay, I got what I'm doing. So it takes me forever. Because I don't know, I need more inspiration or something. No, it's not even that. It's the decision making. I need more hamsters in my wheels in my brain. Well, let's see. If I do, okay. I'm doing in thirds. If it sounded like a question, it was. Question to myself: are we or aren't we? Well, you know what, Alyssa? I think I have too many.
I guess it's okay if you answer your questions yourself if you're asking them to yourself.
Right, exactly. Oh, and
we have no control over how everybody else makes their decisions.
that's right. Yeah,
we have enough on our own.
Oh, yeah, because I'm thinking I might do, do this one around the outside, and then put the one, this one on the inside. That's my initial thought. I'm going to do the outside first, and then decide.
Well, I just did one big grid, and I'm going to do the first one in these two squares, and the second one in these two squares.
Oh, nice.
We'll see.
Okay, and then, okay. Oh, good. I have. Oh, good. Okay. And then I'm going with, but wait.
Leslie says we need a bigger square, And you can use any size square you want.
That's right. Just knowing that it'll take you a while if it's too big.
Yeah, just remember that. And if you make them too small, you're going to have a heck of a time fitting them all in there.
Right. Okay, so orbs in the center. I try to remember where. I think maybe it was somebody, and I don't remember if it was like a private message or like somebody messaged on the page, or I think that might have been what it was, or if it was on our group or another group where somebody had asked that question, like, what size do you normally use? Because she was using, like, I forget what size, and it was just, it just didn't, things weren't matching up in her head, and I was like, oh no, it's this is what our normal size is, and I explained a little of the background and stuff, and it's like, no, yeah, because if you're using a whole sheet in a sketchbook or something, as long as you're good with it, then then that's fine. Okay, this one is going out to the corners. And what do I have here first? I have pink. And I'm going to put pink in my corners, and I'm alternating. Right. and what I like to do is do the one whatever side I have up, and then I will turn the tile afterwards. I had to relook because it's like, no, this is the one that goes in the corners. The other one, which when I started doing it, I was like, usually you want to go to the corners because that seems like that's typical of this type of pattern. And I had to stop myself several times. No, not. All right. Well, and I should also, I'm sitting here just being immersed and not thinking. Well, I think we have all, I think everybody's a regular, and if not, do jump out in the chat window. And if and Sharon, did you? I should have asked. I'm assuming that you found what you were looking for. You were looking for the chat, or maybe or something, but it's right up there in the. Well, depending on what you're using. Oh, and you're using a small device, and it probably depends on which device, on where you would find that. But I hope that you found that. You might have to like just tap on things to find. And I'm going purple on my other ones here.
Oh, I panicked for a minute. You're just changing colors. You're doing the same pattern. I'm
right.
Thinking, oh no, Heather, you're doing it wrong. But no, it's okay. You're just making it look very colorful.
Yes, I was feeling the need for being colorful today. I don't know why. Like I said, maybe just
Heather never does anything wrong, Sherry. What are you talking about?
Oh, never. Never. Okay. Oh, one more. Oh, that's okay. I just have all these thoughts that running through my head. Oh, it's a curse sometimes. It is too many hamsters, as Alyssa said. Too many. Okay, so then, and maybe I'll do this. I'll continue this in yellow or orange. Orange. Okay. Okay. So then it was just these little marks. Now, and I would say, if you want to pull them all the way out to the edge,
that's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing. That's up to you. And actually, when you do it in a grid, it's going to, obviously it'll look different because it would be, but then it's kind of neat because then you'll have, if you're doing all of the same pattern, then you end up with, neat clusters or neat shapes that would be formed from that.
I'm doing it far enough that I can still do the little line in between.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that this little line, at least the way she has it, is
Oh, I didn't put those in yet because I figured I have to put my orbs in first to know how far to make my line.
right.
Now I will make my line
Yeah.
because that really is part of the
Yeah.
pattern.
Well, and that's why I flipped it up in the other pattern, because I
Right.
wanted to, I didn't want to have it, not that you couldn't go and adjust, but I would just rather, why not just do it second? And it wasn't, neither are hinging necessarily on each other, where you couldn't flip that up. But I just like, oh no, I'd rather just get those.
I think the way you did it is much more sensible.
Gets
That's
it in.
my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not prejudiced at all.
All right. And then on this one, the way I did these little clusters is right from the stem, I put like one to one side, one to the other side, and then one on top. And then that also helped if I drew the line too long, then I could like start the orb more on the line and like cover up the top, versus, or if it's too short, I could put the orb, more on top of the line. It's just nice to be able to have a way to adjust if need be. And some of mine are ending up right towards the end anyway. Oh. And I'm not necessarily leaving a lot of room to do that, to do the curve. Well, no, I guess I am, because it looked like the curve line was coming out from the
from up there.
Yeah, from the in between the those two orbs there.
Yeah, and I put mine, rather than stacking them close together, I put them more side by side.
Yeah.
Mine.
Oh, this is just tickling me. And after Tuesdays, it's just whoo, so much fun. And makes me like, I don't want to do anything else.
Right. Can you tell me what Tuesday was? Is that something that I somehow missed? I actually wrote you, but I don't know if it's email. But was Tuesday something I missed? Because I thought maybe I missed a Thursday, and I was trying to figure out what happened.
No, well, maybe you did miss last Thursday. Tuesday was a class with a fee. So if or people that belong to the subscription, it was that.
Oh, you're paid. You're paid.
Right. Yeah. Because at least once a month. Working on 2 a month. Coming soon. Yeah. So we did doilies.
Okay.
And actually, I didn't do that Tangle. I'll probably do that sometime soon. But it's a really, really neat Tangle.
I keep forgetting about that you have different variations of
yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw, something came up on my screen, and it's just beautiful, the doilies. I mean, just beautiful. Really, you can't. I mean, I kept looking and looking, trying to critique. Okay, it looks like it's a Zentangle. No, even when you know what it is, beautifully done. It looks like the real thing. It was really something.
Yeah, and with and it's just with so many lines. I mean, and it's just it is amazing what can be done with just a pen and paper. And I mean, like, and then just regular strokes, things that we normally do. It's just how you put it together type of thing. So, but Mom, I had you remember that Scott Armstrong, that he came over, we were showing him how to can and stuff. He's a bassoon player friend of mine.
Yes.
So he came over to borrow the beast, and
Borrow what?
my contra
What's
bassoon.
the beast?
Oh,
What is it?
That's my name for it. My contra bassoon.
which is
it's like
bigger
6
than a
feet
regular
tall.
bassoon,
Yeah,
which is big enough.
yeah. No, is it over 6 feet tall?
I think so.
Yeah, it's enormous. And because he needed to, he sold his, silly man. But anyway, he was asking about what's that Zentangle stuff that you're doing, and so I had to go and show him that. And he's like, and we were talking about crafty stuff because Karen was over and we were playing, and he's like, so how do you apply that? And I'm like, I don't understanding what you're saying, because he's like, first he was like, is it paper or is this fabric? And then and so he thought it was like a decal or something that we printed on. I'm like, no, I did that with my hands. Like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I know, right? From somebody that can't draw. There you go, Patty. Oh.
What's amazing is just what you said. It's the fact that it's just paper and pen or pencil or colors or watercolor. And it's something that anybody can do. Obviously, the more money you have, the more elaborate you can do. But everybody is inclusive in doing this kind of thing. The Zentangle.
Yeah.
And really, the limit is just your imagination and your ability and your effort that you apply.
Right.
And it's just amazing what just paper and the pencil, the items that I mentioned, what they create.
Yeah. Exactly. Especially when we when we apply the repetition. That's the word I'm looking for. All of the everything that we all do every week here, it's just, yes, if you can at least hold a pen,
and have a piece of paper.
Yeah, it is exactly right. That's what I think is so fun.
I think part of the problem is getting people over their own inhibitions. Is that right? Inhibitions. They're inhibited.
Not problem, challenge. But yes, you're absolutely right.
You're talking about me?
No.
They don't think they can do it, but they can do it. Self-doubt. Yeah. And Anne looks very confused.
Hi, Anne.
Yeah, I'm not secure in my ability at all, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I love being here, listening to all these lovely ladies talk about the same common thing, have a discussion, kind to each other, and then the artwork at the end. I really do enjoy seeing other people's creativity, what comes out of their brains. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'll turn off your webcam for now. Oh, I don't want to do that. There we go. And I didn't mention an Anne. I did. Well, because I don't memorize.
She might be new.
Yes,
do you think?
Yeah, yeah. Had you just joined, or that's what I was going to ask, or if because if that's the case, then that's probably could be why the confused look. And then, how do I figure out this crazy program that's not Zoom? Oh, and so I'm adding these curve lines, and before as we were digressing, I wanted to mention this. So as I'm doing the curve lines, I'm doing my best to picture a big orb going around, and then, but using the Halabow technique versus what I was doing was thinking, oh, curve line, curve line, curve line. And well, now it's still not coming out perfect, but at least it's, I couldn't get it if I was going, oh, curve line, and it for sure wasn't ending up in anything that looks like a circle. It still doesn't really, but it just kind of connects them and it's nice. My chances are better thinking about it that way. I do believe, but it is a neat tangle. And then we'll see. And I'm gonna do the middle with that other one. But what's the other fun part, of course, is the decorating. And and see, the mom's using the toned paper, and so that way the white can just be so brilliant. But
Just pops it.
It really does. It's just amazing. And on that type of, what is it? Is it Bristol? Is that the type of paper? I have to learn these things still.
It's the mixed media. It says it's mixed media.
Okay. But on the smoother paper, it seems like the jelly rolls in general seem to work better.
It says it's a vellum surface, which to me means a smoother surface, harder surface than our normal tiles, except that new black one. Have to try something on that one.
Yeah. And no, that's what I was gonna say. But that it because it just pops so much, and I think too because that's a little bit darker color than the regular gray.
Right, it is.
Zentangle tile.
This is the one they call blue.
Oh, right. It looks green.
And this is the one they call gray.
Okay.
And I don't think I put my crochet things. I put my crochet someplace else. Oh.
Heather, yours look like you should send them to the Pope because they look like a religious symbol.
Oh,
with the yellow,
it does.
Nice.
It does.
Look like crosses. Yeah.
So here's the official tile gray.
Okay.
This is the gray that we like from those tablets, and then this one is called blue. But
which tablets are you using? Sorry.
They're Stonehenge. No.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Here, I got it.
That's why Strathmore. Yeah, I have those two.
Strathmore, tone blue and tone gray.
Yep, that's the one. Okay, thank you.
Heather showed briefly her crochet, not Grandma's doily on black. Yes. And we taught how to use this cheaty thing that I use. And I did this one on gray, but you can see on this slide.
Heather, would you mind putting a mandala back on the screen? You're so far that we can't catch it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
You can see.
Hold on.
Okay, we're pausing.
It looks like you did it on Spirograph.
Thank you.
But it just doesn't. The white on the gray, just this gray, the official tile gray, does not work in this instance. If you're using it out, ordering a black line or something, or with some graphite, it works, but not in this particular. It looks okay in real life, but it just does not show up.
No, it looks beautiful, Cherie. It looks gorgeous on camera.
And I think that
no, it really does. It's beautiful. I mean, it must be really, really something in real life because it is beautiful on the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad I missed that class, but I'm going to go back and do it because Tuesday was not my day.
Well,
I would have been in tears, I think.
And Mom, I think it was Jen had the idea if you did like darker graphite around like the outside or in some of the sections to make it look like it's cut out instead of that might make it look amazinger.
Well,
thanks, Angela.
Zelda is on today, and hers.
Oh my God!
She did a real crocheted doily, and I looked real close at hers, and you know what made hers look even more real? Because when she filled in areas with orbs, she sort of overlapped them a little. So it really looked like thread that was crocheted.
Okay, yeah, because it like gives that puffy.
Yes.
Look.
If she has it handy at the end when we turn on the cameras,
Yeah.
maybe she can show it.
Or if you're on our Facebook group.
Oh yeah, she
all
posted that.
There. Or if you
guys, this is Zelda. It wasn't orbs, but it was a wiggly line going one way and then a wiggly line going the opposite way.
Right.
To
but in another
create
section,
that knit.
Yeah. In
Like
another area, she did orbs.
where they are. Okay. Where there were orbs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They
a lower
crossed over.
Lower area. But yeah, I did see that squiggle or whatever. What's that one
Okay.
called?
We'll have to name that. Stroke.
There is the one that you like to do. That's an official one. What is that one, Heather?
Amaze?
Yes.
Yeah, or stir. Yeah, amaze or stir it up. It's that. Yeah, the tangle with 2 names. But no, yeah, it was so much fun, and I said, and yeah, just so much fun, and I say, and anyone can do it with it. You have, like you said, black seems to work best. We did just put it with some other things and taught how Mom uses her cheaty thing. And
well, actually, if I would have done it all in a color on the gray, it would have been fine.
Yeah. Right, exactly. And so much fun. All right. So I was almost going to do the same. I'm like, no, I told myself I was going to do this one, the different one in the middle. And so then there I am. And now to play.
Wait, Heather?
Yeah.
Sorry. What was the name of the squiggly pattern that you like?
Oh, it's called
Stir
It Up.
All
one word.
Yep.
It's also called Amaze, so you might sometimes see it that way. In our thing, the Zenthology is listed as both. So
really,
all right, I'll do it. Yeah, and then it's like the first one, I think. And I for the longest time I saw it, and I'm like, and it was one of those. I feel really stupid about this, but I really feel like I need explanation because it doesn't fit into anything else Zentangle. And on one of the project packs, I think it was how Molly might have been explaining it. And and I saw, and Debbie Monero was popularized it. It's right, Sandy, because I was seeing people using it. And it was on this project pack, and I'm like, oh, and as she talked through it, because I just felt like I needed that, because that's just how my brain works. All right, playing with this one. Let's see, Mom is doing shading. Lots of ways to play with this. You could put that stir it up in there or around the edges. And for those that don't, I mean, it's well, here I can just do it in the little Zentangle box, and it's just little lines. You go whatever direction you want and come back and aura and just weave in and out. You could have it be kind of jittery or smooth.
But they don't seem to crisscross each other.
No, they don't. Because when she was explaining it, it was just like this, or, you can have it meander however you want.
So it's basically scribbling?
It seems like it, but still with more purpose than scribbling, because it's like, okay, I'm going to go, like I said, I kind of go up and down and then a little to the side. And that's what Molly said was, keeping a similar distance like you would with an aura, but not necessarily where you're auraing the contour. And then you could stop at any point and start up in another direction or something. And I seem to like to make mine a little jitterier, where she had, where you could do it with maybe more smooth lines. But it was, it's so funny because it's like, I just always have this need to have it explained. All right.
Heather.
So.
Heather.
Yes.
No. Was it called Amaze because you don't ever cross those wiggly lines at all?
I bet, yeah.
Oh, so it's a maze. I get it.
You're looking down on it in the red square now. It actually could look like a maze that's been grown We're looking at it
Perfect.
from up above
I
it.
never thought of that before either. That's
Yeah,
it.
that has to be.
there, Sheree.
Yes.
Thank you for shedding some light on that.
Yeah. No, exactly. And then, and I'm sure the stir it up was just, I mean, similar, but yeah, that's right. It is amazing. All right. So I'm thinking for the one from, how do I have two purple pens here? Okay. I don't know. So ways
you're asking us?
I know. It's like we have no control over your table. Can't even see it, and you don't want to. I'm gonna aura, and this is the Jewel E, the one that I did in the middle. So that's, but I'm auraing it on the outside because I kind of like it a little bit fatter. And because on Cindy's sample, she had it aura, but I'm like, well, mine are too thin to aura. I mean, like I could draw a straight line up the middle and then it would aura, but then I'm like, oh, well, look I can do it on the outside. And that works. And actually this one, I think I'm going to put some orbs in the center because that kept being in my mind. Could do the stir it up in the center though. Apparently I want to make pink peas because that's what this is looking like now all of a sudden. But say any of these, you could just do the shading, or which I like that, it seems like that's the greatest way to shade the seeds is to go dark on either side. And I like to think about going dark about like a third of the way in, and whether you're using a toned paper or if you're not, just going that third of the way in so that way you have the light in the center third, and which then gives you that rounded or shiny look. And so Mom is auraing in the empty spaces. What a good idea.
And then I think I'm going to graphite. Oh, you know what? I might not use graphite. I might just use the gray marker, brush tip marker.
Oh.
Because I think that would do a nice smooth. I just want, something to make it look like it's popped.
Okay.
We will see how that works.
I was almost gonna color in these outsides of this one. I'm like, well, but then it will just it'll just look solid, and that's kind of silly. I am gonna fill in this center though, and leave a little shine. I think I might do that on all of these. And I'm gonna leave a little open space. I like to sometimes just do let's see, I don't know if you can see it with this yellow, an orb inside the orb, and then color around it. And I can still add the white jelly roll just for even though this is a white-ish paper, but then I don't have to deal with it on the yellow so much if I leave a little space for it. And then
Could
if I just
move your tile over, Heather, please? I can't see.
Sorry.
Yes. Get
Thank
back
you.
up on the screen, Heather.
Yeah, I'm like working. Well, yeah, there we go. I just needed to move my camera so that way it was, because I was like working where it's comfortable. And
sorry, you can't be comfortable.
No, not allowed.
It's not in your work description, Heather. I'm sorry.
Oh, and let's see. Let's see. And I really like that. What you're because I'm feeling like this needs a little bit more of something. And same color, different sizes. Well, let's see. Before I do that, okay. Yes, I'm in a line ... mood, so that's what we're gonna do. Because that's just for me the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Now I don't know what to do in the other ones, unless maybe I don't have to do anything, but I feel like I have to do something.
Oh, that looks really neat.
You're having Heatheritis.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
Let's do more.
Although it's kind of neat with the
Can you like
contrast.
shade yours for me so I could see it? Can you shade yours so that we
Oh,
could see it more clearly?
oh, Mom. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Well,
You know, like put your hand. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna remember to bring my big light,
I thought
Mom.
we did that once.
No, this is a different one, I think, now on a tripod, and see if we put it behind you, if that helps.
It's just
You know,
beautiful.
Thank
you.
It's kind of dark in here. Let me see what that down.
Because I was having the same problem early on with mine. I'd have to be like almost working in the dark, and it was just because the camera wants to adjust, and it's like I couldn't get it right where it wasn't trying to do that adjusting.
Well, that I didn't turn the light shade down, and it helps. I can't see what I'm doing. But
yeah, see, that's the problem. Yeah, is that yeah.
Oh, I think I will do this.
Yeah, Alyssa says, yeah, Heather is line ... as Debbie is to stirred up. Well, although this unfortunately only fits into certain circumstances. That stir it up, though, is such a neat texture to add. So it's kind of like like even in the little sections that Mom has created. So doing that.
No way.
Well, one could. This is where you get your 005, maybe, if it's small. But, where you can have the, in those kind of sections, when you make them, it could either be filled in or straight lines or orbs or stir it up. And I just have to add that in my head, keep it in the forefront because it's such a nice tool to have.
Well, I'm just thinking I'm going to do the cheesecloth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and cheesecloth.
Yeah. I don't have my gray pens with me, but if I had them, that's what I should do.
So is the cheesecloth where you're doing like
It's
a wiggle grid.
Shaky cross hatching.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Cross hatching. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's shaky cross hatching. All right. I got you.
Yeah. To make it look more authentic.
Yeah.
Cool. I think I can handle that one better than the squiggly one. I'll cross over.
Well, I wonder if I can. Well, let's just, I have to think about it for apparently 20 minutes. And then it's like, well, let's just try it. Instead of just saying, how about let's just try it and stop thinking about it. But that's how I work. I just have to live with it.
Not anymore. You're on your own.
Oh, we wouldn't want you any other way.
Steve has to live with it.
That's right.
But that's okay because
he's just
he has his own thing.
We make a good pair, us two.
Yes, you do.
Oh, Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I like that.
No, I was just going to ask how you found your husband, but that's okay.
Want me to tell you? No. I don't know. Oh, yes, I do know. I remember.
Yeah, I was at a party that I was hosting, and a guy I worked with wanted me to date his best friend, so he brought his best friend to my party because he kept trying to set me up with people, and so his best friend bought his best friend, which was Steve.
Well, and then the first best friend ended up marrying your best friend.
Right.
That marriage didn't last, but Heather and Steve.
I dodged the bullet. Unfortunately, somebody else got it.
Wow, good for you. Good job.
Yeah. Intuition.
course, then there was the fact that he looked like a lot like one of the guys from the group Alabama at the time.
That didn't help.
That didn't help.
Yeah, although really, when everyone looks at our wedding picture, like, oh, you look like Steve Perry, and that's what he was going.
They're saying that about your husband, right? Not you.
Yes, yeah.
Did he look like who?
Steve Perry of
Steve
Journey.
Perry.
Oh, and see, and that's probably the look he was looking for.
Oh, it was. Oh,
he liked
completely.
that group. Yeah, that was his favorite group.
Yeah.
Or still is his favorite group.
Still is. Oh, see, you know what? Sometimes you just need to have a little something extra. And I'm not even filling him in yet, but it's one of those, just, and are you doing that? No, you're doing cheesecloth. That's right.
I'm doing the cheesecloth, but I'm just doing it around the outer. I'm not doing it on the inner ones yet. And I'm going to, I don't plan on doing it there. But I had another thought, but I don't know if I'm very through on it yet. How much time do we have? Oh, we don't have.
I know we're at the time where we want to see what everybody did. I'm just like, well, I'll finish this last one here, and then, but we want to see what everybody did, and I read there's a book called Blink by Malcolm Gladwell.
Great book.
It is a great book, and I had gotten it because I was. Like to think about thinking, and I thought, well, I'm going to read about thinking and intuition and the gut reaction, and that's what it's about. And it's like, you just have to remember, sometimes just go with your gut and it's okay. And this, as Mom says, it's only paper. It is only paper. And then we have all these course corrections we can do. And then if not, we just save it, and then you do the transcend thing over it, and it turns into something gorgeous. Patty, the cheesecloth is this, it's just, it's just a wiggly lines. Of course I'm making them real big. Like
direction
so.
and then another.
Yeah, and then just, making a grid, but it's
and it doesn't
kind of
have
more
to
of
be
a
perfect.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't have to be perfect at all.
Yeah. And I thinking with it's a tighter knit, so closer together than you would do like a normal grid. But that's all it is. Oh, yeah, Leslie, because we were talking about Mom was using it in her background, and so Patty was asking, and I was just
And I usually, the way I do it is I just basically, let me get a bigger pen that you can see.
Sure thing, Patty.
I really wiggle it. I don't.
Me too.
Don't worry about them crossing over each other, because if you ever looked at real cheesecloth, that's sort of what it looks like. Just you just keep squiggling back and forth, and so it's great in a little spot.
Right.
Great in a big spot too.
Yeah.
I mean, it just filled up my big spot. That's why I said that.
All right, so we want to see what everybody did. So if you want to open up your webcams, and then and as you're doing that, just to so open them up and keep it up, even if you don't put your thing up yet. Just because I want to make sure that I have enough room and how many pictures screenshots I have to take, and clear off knock over my beverage. Okay. Because when we have so many on, I have to, let's move that out of the way. Oh, and let's move this. Oh, look at how neat these. Oh, Deb, I liked it. Just doing a single one and having a lot of fun decorating it. Oh, and Margaret, same thing.
Am I not showing? I don't see me.
Oh.
Am I on?
Oh, wait, you might be on the second. So there ends up being a page 2. Oh my gosh, we have a lot on. Okay. And I don't see you either.
Am I there now?
Oh, there you are. I see you. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that commercial. Are we there yet? Are you there yet?
I know, right?
There I am. Okay, I see myself. Okay.
Yeah, and see, okay, so if this is everybody, and then just don't turn off your webcam till I say turn off your webcam, because that way I'll make sure to get everyone. All right, hold them steady. And let me hit the right button.
Please.
Okay, I got one, and then Okay. Okay. Still hold them steady. All right. Now I think I got the second one. So I have to do this and do a quick save. All right. Let's do, what is the 4:28 a.m. 1. And then paste. Let's do new. All right, I got them. What did I say? 4:28.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to find a different way to do this because, so that way, unless I can find a way to stretch it on both screens. Okay,
Zelda,
so
put your
let me share my screen, and okay, and then I'll just clean it up later. That's going to be my new process. And so this is like I said, it shows however many on the front on one page, and then it'll go on to page 2. So that's why because that way if everybody starts turning off their camera, then it will shift everything and then it'll all be lost. But if you say, and Beatrice, you said if your webcam's not working, you can always just email it to me and I'll put that in the chat. But just look at how this is page 2 that we're looking at first. And let me put my email in the chat while we're looking at it. Oh, Sherry, that is
it's hard to see. There you go.
Do that. Hold on 1 second. Tangle.
I decided to do the dot off center. It looks fuzzy in your picture though.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's one of those where because a screenshot is a screenshot. They're never perfect.
I can tell, Sherry. It looks great.
Neat. These all look great. And Tony, yours looks Christmassy. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Now let me flip to. Oh, sure. Oh, that's that. Okay. All right, I'll flip to the first one, and then I'll move it up a little bit to get rid of that top bit. Yeah, see, there's yours, Leslie. These are nice.
Oh, I like, Alyssa, what you did separating the squares like on the sample. That
you know how you got rid of that top bit, Heather? Could you move it back down a little because it cut off the top completely, or more than halfway?
Let's see. Oh, I'm looking. Oh,
other way.
Moving it down. Oh,
down,
Oh,
yeah.
I like what Leslie. Look what Leslie did. She has them floating.
Yeah.
And they start looking like snowflakes.
Yeah, they do.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, there.
And Inez, I have to know, what are you going to put in the middle?
Her picture.
That's going to require more thought.
No, I think you cut it out and you put your picture in there. It's
that's
gorgeous.
a good idea. Yeah, thanks.
But and what's fun, and I like, I say Diane's too, and when I've seen this on a lot of other tangles, but I know Diane would do this a lot, where something like that, but then to put a quote in the middle. It's like, oh, how fun is that?
Oh, that's a thought.
Yeah. And Cassie's looks neon. I like that. Look at on the dark, and then with the it looks like those are like little LED lights.
That's what Steve would think.
Yeah. Oh, neat. These are fantastic. Oh, and looking at Linda, yours looks like it's on maybe a tan page, and then like the yellow in this. That just looks so neat.
Okay, I'm going to leave now, Heather, because I think we have somebody stop by to pick up something, and I got to go visit for a minute. Yeah. And I'll see you tonight.
See you tonight.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, these are just lovely. And cloud, I like that with the blues and having those alternate. They're all so cool. It is just amazing. Just
See,
amazing.
we're such a bunch of talented people.
We are indeed. Indeed. Well, and I like what Leslie was saying earlier. It's it's just amazing what it doesn't matter what our skill level is or anything, or how well we can hold a pen or not, right? It's just whatever we can do, and they're just all so cool. And I hope and the objective is that we all make ourselves smile and of our work and just say, yes, look at I did that, and that's what matters. Oh, and I was just noticing on Deb's, that's another good idea. Because I just shading it on the one side, adding that darkness, and that gives it some, makes it look, makes it look 3D, really. How cool! Oh my goodness! All right, well, let's say goodbye to the recording.